Dear students, we are discussing chapter number 3, pair of linear equations in two variables, and we are about to complete the chapter now. We started with exercise 3.6 in the previous video lesson and completed question number 1, and today we are going to begin with question number 2. So here we go. This is question number 2 from exercise 3.6, and the question is, formulate the following problems as a pair of linear equations and hence find their solutions. Now we always say how is maths useful in our day-to-day life? How are we going to apply linear equations? How are we going to apply quadratic equations? So here is an example, children. These sums are based on day-to-day life situations and how we'll make use of linear equations in our day-to-day life. This is how we'll be able to see from this particular exercise. So the question is, Ritu can row downstream 20 km in 2 hours and upstream 4 km in 2 hours. Find her speed of rowing in still water and the speed of the current. Speed of the current means speed of the flowing water. Let's understand the sum with the help of the diagram, children. Look at this. So you will observe that the rowing is in the downward direction like this. So when the rowing is in the downward direction, the speed will be more because it will be speed of the rowing boat plus speed of the flowing water. And when the rowing is in the upward direction, that means it's going in the direction opposite to the flow of water. So the speed of the boat will reduce in this case. Alright. What we will consider here is, let the speed of the boat in still water be x km per hour. Still water means when the water is not flowing. That time we'll take the speed of the boat in that water as x km per hour. Okay, and the speed of the current, when the flow of water is there, we'll consider the speed of the current as y km per hour. So when the boat is in the downward direction, downstream towards the flow of the water, during that time the speed of the boat will be x plus y. So speed of the boat downstream will be the speed of the boat in still water plus speed of the current, because the speed will be speed of both together. Speed will increase. And speed upstream, when the boat is moving in the upstream, its speed reduces. So that time we'll take its speed as speed of the boat in still water minus speed of the current. Alright. So speed downstream will be x minus y. This particular thing is very, very important in the sum, and this is one of the very, very important sums in as far as the exam is concerned. This may come for 4 marks, and upstream downstream boat ka sum is a famous one in the exam. So please understand it and look at the sum carefully. So the first condition, what is given to us? Ritu can row 20 km downstream and the time is given to us. Alright, distance is given, time is given, and speed we have taken as x plus y as the downstream speed. So we have written distance, we have written time as 2 hours, and speed downstream we have taken as x plus y. But now how will we write the condition? For that, you all are aware that speed is equal to distance upon time. This is what is our formula. Substitute the values. Speed we have taken as x plus y, distance is given as 20 km, and time is 2. So we get our first equation, x plus y is equal to 10 as equation 1. We are given that Ritu can row 4 km upstream in 2 hours. Alright, for upstream we are given the distance as 4 km, we are given the time as 2 km, and as I told you, we have taken the speed as x minus y. And therefore, we know we'll use the formula speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed we have taken as x minus y, distance is 4, time is 2. So our second equation is x minus y is equal to 2. This is equation 2. Now you have got both the equations, and now the sum is the simple one. What we will do, we'll solve this by elimination method. So adding equation 1 and 2, when you will add it, you will cancel this plus y minus y. So we are left with 2x is equal to 12. That will give us the value of x. And so x is equal to 6. Now it's easy, you can find value of y. So what will we do? Put the value of x in equation 1. And our equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 10. So we'll have 6 plus y is equal to 10, and therefore y is equal to 4. But what have we taken x and y as? So we'll write, therefore speed of boat in still water is x kilometer per hour, and speed of the stream or speed of the current is equal to y, and that we got as 4 kilometer per hour. Children, keep one thing in mind, that whenever you are given word problems, values of x and y, you will take what you are asked. The last statement, what is asked is your x and y. Alright, so I hope the sum is clear to you. I want all of you to go through R.D. Sharma, and same type of sums you will find there for practice. Please solve at least 2 more sums, because this speed, distance, time sums are very, very important. Okay, so we will move to the next sum now. This is question number 2 and second sum from that exercise 3.6. 2 women and 5 men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days, while 3 women and 6 men can finish it in 3 days. Find the time taken by 1 woman alone to finish the work, and also that taken by 1 man alone to complete the work. Again, this is another important type of sum, children. Whenever such sum is there for an exam, your condition should always be related with the work completed in 1 day time. Okay, let's understand. What we will do, just I told you in the previous example that whatever is asked, that should be your x and y. What is asked? Find the time taken by 1 woman and 1 man to complete the work. So we will take, let the time taken by 1 woman to complete the work be x days. Now understand one more thing. Suppose say I complete my work in 7 days. So in 1 day time, I will complete 1/7 part of the work. Is that correct? Understand once again. You complete your work in 4 days. How much work will you complete in 1 day? In 1 day, you will complete 1/4 of the total number of days. Clear? The same condition we have to always take when it is a sum based on work done and the number of days. We have taken, let the time taken by a woman to finish her work as x days. So in 1 day, she will complete 1/xth part of the work, 1/xth part of the total work. Okay. Then let the time taken by 1 man to finish the work be y days. So in 1 day, how much work the man will complete? 1/y part of the work. 1/y part of the work he will complete. Please remember, our condition should always be work completed in 1 day. Alright? Okay, now just see. First condition is 2 women and 5 men complete the work in 4 days. Therefore, they will complete their work in 1 day. That is what is our condition. How will we write that? So, 2 women, and in 1 day it is 2 into 1/x, plus 5 men in 1 day, 1/5, and they take 4 days. So in 1 day they'll complete 1/4 of the work. So it will be like this. So our equation is 2/x plus 5/y is equal to 4, and we will consider this as our equation 1. Now according to the sum, we are given that the work completed by 3 women and 6 men in 1 day is 1/3. So exactly like the same, we will write 3 into 1/x plus 6 into 1/y, and 1/3 part of work they'll complete in 1 day, so is equal to 1/3. So we get our second equation as 3/x plus 6/y is equal to 1/3. This is equation 2. So we got two equations in this manner, but still these two equations are not in standard form of linear equations in two variables. So we have to reduce it to that form and solve. For that, we will substitute 1 upon x as u and 1 upon y as v. So our equation 1 will be, it will be 2u plus 5v is equal to 1 upon 4. Let us cross multiply. So 4 in the bracket 2u plus 5v is equal to 1. Solve it. We get 8u plus 20v is equal to 1, and this is the new equation. We have converted equation 1 into equation 3 in the standard form of linear equations in two variables. Okay. Similarly, our second equation will become 3u plus 6v is equal to 1 upon 3. Let's cross multiply this. So 3 into 3u plus 6v is equal to 1. Simplify this. We get 9u plus 18v is equal to 1, equation number 4. Now these two are the equations which we can solve, and how to solve is your choice. In this case, we will solve it by substitution method. So from equation 3, we will write the value of u. For that, I'll write 8u is equal to 1 minus 20v. That will give me the value of u, and that is 1 minus 20v upon 8. Now you all are aware, I think you must be going faster than me. You have to put this value of u in equation 4. Let us do that. So we'll write 9u plus 18v is equal to 1. This is our equation 4. Let us substitute the values now. We'll first write 9. Then the value of u, which is 1 minus 20v upon 8, plus 18v is equal to 1. But still our equation is not simple. I do not want anything at the denominator. What do I do? Is this clicking in your mind? I hope you must have done it earlier than me, multiplying the whole equation by 8. So it will be 8 into 9 in the bracket 1 minus 20v upon 8 plus 8 into 18v plus 1 into 8. We have multiplied the whole equation by 8. Let's see what we can cancel now. Yes, our denominator term which we do not want gets cancelled, and therefore we are left with 9 in the bracket 1 minus 20v plus 144v is equal to 8. Let us simplify this. So we get 9 minus 180v plus 144v is equal to 8. So minus 180v plus 144v is equal to 8 minus 9. And this minus 180 plus 144 will give us minus 36v is equal to minus 1. Cancel minus sign from both the sides. We get the value of v as 1 upon 36. Still the sum is not over. The very important part is remaining. We have to substitute the value of v in equation 3 and get the value of u. Our equation 3 is 8u plus 20v is equal to 1. So let's substitute 8u plus 20 in the bracket 1 upon 36 is equal to 1. You simplify this, cancel this 20 and 36. What we get is 8u plus 5 upon 9 is equal to 1. So 8u is equal to 1 minus 5 by 9. Cross multiply and solve it. We get 8u is equal to 9 minus 5 upon 9. So we get 8u is equal to 4 upon 9. Take this 8 down. So we get u is equal to 4 upon 9 into 8. So 4 2s are 8 you can do. We get the value of u as 1 upon 18. What is important now? Resubstituting the values of u and v is very important because we have to find values of x and y. Let's do that. We have taken u is equal to 1 upon x. Let's substitute the values of u there. 1 upon 18 is equal to 1 upon x. So x is equal to 18. Then we have taken v is equal to 1 upon y. So v is 1 by 36 is equal to 1 upon y. So y is equal to 36. What have we taken x and y? Because that is our solution. So time taken by one woman to finish the work which we have taken as X, that we got as 18 days, and the time taken by one man to finish the work which we have taken as Y is equal to 36 days. So this is how the sum is solved. Always keep in mind, in the exam, the moment you see work done and time taken, your condition will always be time taken to complete the work in one day. This is very important to keep in mind. Alright children, one more sum is there in the exercise, question number 2, that we will take in the next video lesson. But till then, I want all of you to practice these two sums. These are very important sum, and similar type of sums if you get into R.D. Sharma, please do that. Take care and bye.